This is part 1 of lesson 5.5, point slope form. In this lesson, you will learn how to write equations in point slope form. Okay, so these are the things that we've learned so far. That slope intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the intercept. Okay, so what we're going to learn today is point slope form. Okay, so right here is point slope form. We have y minus y1 is equal to m times the quantity x minus x1. Okay, so again, m is still going to be the slope. And then this should be written as x1, y1. Okay, where x1, y1 is the point that you're given. Okay, so if we look at this first equation, we have the slope and we have a point. Okay, so the slope is 5 over 2. So in for m, I'm going to put 5 over 2. And then x1, y1 is this point right here. Okay, so I simply just fill in y minus 2, okay, because that's y1, and x minus x1 is 2, okay? So right here, I have it in point slope form. Okay, if I wanted to look on the graph, here's my point 2, 2. Okay, and then my slope was 5, 2. Okay, so again, here if I go negative, if I go negative 5, negative 2, becomes positive 5 over 2, which is the slope. Okay, and then I can connect these 2 points. Okay, so here I want to write this equation in point slope form. Okay, so my point slope form is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, so here is my x1 and here is y1. So y minus negative 6 is equal to negative 1/3 times x minus, my x1 is negative 1. Okay, so whenever I have minus minus, it becomes y plus 6 is equal to negative 1/3 times x plus 1. Okay, so I now have my equation in point slope form. Okay, so how do we write the equation of the horizontal line that passes through the point 6, negative 2? So I want to think about a horizontal line. What would be the slope of a horizontal line? Well, because this is a 0 slope, m is equal to 0. Okay, so here I have x1 and y1. So plugging into my equation, y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So plugging in what I know, x minus negative 2 is equal to 0 times x minus 6. Okay, so y plus 2 is equal to 0 times x minus 6. Okay, so this is your point slope form. If you want to look at it really quickly, because this whole thing is really equal to 0. Okay, so really what you have is y plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, if you remember when we did slope intercept form, it would be y is equal to negative 2. Okay, so these are equal. Here it is in point slope form though. Okay, so now we want to write the equation of the line that goes through the point 6, negative 4 and 2, 8. So the first thing we need to do is find the slope using slope formula. Okay, so slope formula. Okay, so negative 4 minus 8. Okay, you could have done this the other way as well. And 6 minus 2. Okay, so I have negative 12 over 3, which is equal to negative 4. So my slope is negative 4. Okay, so now I can choose any one of the points to use as my x1, y1. So I'm just going to use 2, 8. Doesn't matter which one you use. So x1, y1. Okay, and I'm going to plug this into my equation. So y minus y1, which is 8, is equal to the slope negative 4 times x minus x1. Okay, so here I have my point slope form. Okay, so take a minute, pause the video, and try this one on your own. Okay, so first what we need to do is find the slope. Okay, so y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so you could have done this either way. 6 minus negative 2 over negative 3 minus 1. Okay, this becomes plus, and I have 8 over negative 4, so I have negative 2. Okay, so m is equal to negative 2. Okay, now I can choose either of the points to be my x1, y1, so I will choose negative 3, 6. Okay, so x1, y1. Okay, so when I plug this in, I will have y minus 6 is equal to negative 2 times x minus negative 3, so it's x plus 3. Okay, so if you use the other point, so our slope is always going to be the same of negative 2, but if you use the point 1, negative 2, your equation would look like this. Y plus 2 is equal to negative 2 times x minus 1. Okay? So both of these equations are the same line. We're just talking about different points that are on the same line.